coverage you can count on. With all the news for Western Washington, today's top story, and First Alert weather. And now, King 5 News at 5.
The State Department of Public Education is hoping to increase math skills by eating hamburgers.
Earlier this year, a test of fourth graders showed some embarrassing gaps in the education system. Now, when the test comes around this year, students and parents will know what to expect, thanks to an unusual campaign in a fast food restaurant. King 5's Roberto Romero explains more about this food for thought.
It's not your usual lunchtime conversation at a fast food restaurant.
Use the length of the ruler, and then I would times it by the ruler.
You have 3 different bags of marbles.
Measure height of brick and count the number of bricks to the top of the flagpole.
These adults are trying to figure out fourth grade math questions. You can find the questions under the hamburgers and french fries at McDonald's. The tray liners are the idea of the Washington State Department of Public Instruction. The department wants to prepare parents and students for the new statewide standardized fourth grade test.
We think it might hook parents into seeing this is fun, this is interesting, and it's also important skills.
There are 3 questions, which appear simple enough, but watch out.
That hardly even looks like a math question. It's disguised.
One question involved figuring out the height of a flagpole.
I said I would measure the shadow, take the shadow here, and I would mark off the ruler.
But unfortunately, the sun moves, therefore the shadow, the cast of the pole, would become different lengths, so you can't really use that formula to check the length of the pole.
So you're giving your wife a hard time here?
No.
Good. Another question involved marbles. The correct answer is C.
Will be, considering there's more white marbles in it and more black marbles to make them offset.
Some customers didn't even bother taking the test.
Well, it seems a little in-depth to me to try and get done in an hour. That's all I have for my lunch break, so I'd have to maybe do it and give it back to you tomorrow.
Fourth graders across the state will be required to take the standardized test this spring. At that time, they will not be able to get any help from their parents, which may be a good thing. In Kirkland, Roberto Romero, King 5 News.
Pretty tough test. If you'd like to learn more about the state's efforts to improve education, you can call the Partnership for Learning. Here's the number, 1-800-550-5437.
If you could just measure how much a child has learned as easily as tracking his height, you could make sure he's learning enough to compete in the world. You can and should ask your child's teacher about the school's academic standards. Find out if expectations are high enough to give your child the kind of future you always dreamed he would have.
Aren't you very proud of me?
Call this toll-free number to get a free academic standards brochure and make sure your child measures up.